Hi everyone, this lesson will go over how to graph on 4 different quadrants. So before we begin, let's go over some vocabularies. The coordinates are referring to the location of a number, which we are referring to something called x coordinate that's at the bottom of the graph, and the y coordinate that are numbers at the side of the graph. An order pair is basically a combine of x coordinate and y coordinate, so you make an exact location of a point. An example below is 4, 5, which the 4 refers to the x coordinate and the 5 refers to the y coordinate. So this basically tells you 4 to the right, then 5 up to locate the point. So let's try this out. At the bottom right here, to graph 4, 5, you will start at the origin, which is the 0 at the center, walk all the way to the 4, and then up to the 5. So this is where the point should locate because they meet at 4, 5. Origin, as you heard earlier, is basically the point where the x-axis and y-axis intersect. So it's basically the 0, 0 section of the graph below. Now the last thing we need to go over is the word quadrants. There are 4 quadrants on this graph, which we normally call the first one quadrant 1, the second quadrant 2, the third one quadrant 3, and fourth one quadrant 4. Notice these are Roman numeral numbers. Now let's observe the features of these numbers. The numbers on the right here and the numbers on top are all positive. So quadrant 1 will always give you positive numbers. Now if I want to name a point on this quadrant, this point will be 5, 3 because it is 5 to the right and 3 up. On quadrant 2, the points on the x-axis are all negative and the points going up, which is the y-axis, are all positive. So points on this quadrant will be negative, positive. Now let's pick a point and try it out. This point will be negative 4, 2 because the x-axis is going 4 to the left and on the y-axis is going 2 up. In quadrant 3, the numbers going across still stays the same as negative, but going down is also actually negative right now. So all the numbers on quadrant 3s are negative, negative. So if you name a point on this quadrant, it will be negative 2, negative 3 because it is 2 to the left and 3 down. On quadrant 4, the numbers going across is positive. The number going down stays negative. So numbers on this quadrant are all going to be positive, negative. And let's pick a point and try it. This point right here will be 5, negative 6 because it is 5 across and 6 down. So once again, there are 4 quadrants that we need to focus on today, and they are labeled counterclockwise.